Hey guys, Johnny here, walking South Bank, Brisbane. In today's video, I want to break down a Tinder date that I had last night that really re-emphasized just how important abundance is in your dating life. For context, I matched with this girl on Sunday night. The conversation was pretty flirty, pretty straightforward to having her come straight to the house. So I will post those screenshots at the end of this video for anyone who wants to follow that along. Maybe it'll help you if you want this kind of experience. For me, I was never gonna do this again. After a time in Minneapolis, I had a girl come straight to the house. Really not my quality of girl, not somebody I would want to see again or want to be seen with. So I felt a lot of shame, really didn't feel good about myself, really lowered my self-confidence. So I swore off that I would ever do this again. But then I get to Brisbane, and I'm single again, and it's been a couple years, so I thought I would try this out. We'll see what happens. And so the girl came over last night, came to the house. We very quickly, I kind of realized that this is not the kind of girl that I would want to see again. I'll see what happens with it, but very quickly I just realized, like, even if something did happen, she's definitely not the kind of girl that I would want to be in my life. So it really made me regret having agreed to have her come straight over. But I thought I would give her the benefit of the doubt. No big deal. We'll go see what happens. We go out for a drink. The vibe is fun. It's like we're bantering back and forth. It's pretty flirty. Because of my experience with dating, I do know how to have good conversations, make it fun, make it playful. She was telling me on the date about how most guys that she'll go out on dates with, they don't lead conversations. They don't know, they can't even pick a place to go to. So already I'm off to a good start. But what really got me to realize just how important abundance was when she was telling me about the guys that she's already matched with. She just started Tinder on Sunday, and she's already got guys that are saying they're infatuated with her. They're gonna come from Sydney to Brisbane to meet her. There's other guys that are very upset that she's not texting good morning or good night. They are basically doing everything they can to try to date this girl immediately. You know, they're very infatuated. They want to be a part of her life. And while she's telling me this, I could kind of see where they're coming from. If I had met a girl on online dating after my divorce, after I'd struggled to find even a match, I might want to try to lock down a girl too. It's out of that scarcity, out of lack of abundance, because most guys on dating apps will struggle. 20% maybe of guys are getting all the matches. They've taken the time to get a good profile. They know how to get girls out on dates. So the other 80%, let's say 50 are getting no likes at all. I see a lot of this on Reddit. Guys have just terrible photos. They're not even getting likes at all. Then you have that other 30% that are getting some likes, but a lot of the times it doesn't go anywhere. They're not getting these girls out on dates. And I kind of have a feeling that this is where these guys were. They get some matches. This girl's finally responding to them. They finally have somebody that is talking to them that they could see like possible future with, but they don't know anything about this girl. They're saying they want to go to Sydney. They want to give her a bunch of stuff. They're going to worship the ground she walks on, and they've never even met this girl. And I could see how this happens. If you're not getting any girls in your life, you're going to jump at that opportunity, which is why I think a lot of guys end up with the wrong person in their life. They don't have any other options. They're just kind of choosing out of scarcity. Somebody comes along, it's better than being alone. They don't actually have any idea of what they would love to have in a partner. So just really re-emphasize that there's so much neediness in these guys from what I could tell. And I don't want this to happen to you guys. I was definitely like that as well. But because I've been able to get on dates, I've grown as a man. I know that it's more important to me to have, oh, watch out. It's more important to me to continue to build and have my freedom than to be with the wrong person. So I'm not just gonna settle with anybody. But the whole thing about this was that these guys are willing to jump at the opportunity to be with her, to travel here, but they don't know anything about her. While we're talking, she's telling me all these experiences that she's had, all these sexual experiences, all this stuff that she's done. And for me, that's a huge turnoff. Andrew Tate mentioned this and it really stuck with me because it makes tons of sense to me. A guy wants a girl that he can show things to. He doesn't want a girl that's already done everything. So when this girl's talking about threesomes and all this crazy orgy shit and all this stuff, it's like, man, it's just a huge turnoff. And these guys don't know anything about this girl. They don't know her past. They don't know anything like her behaviors, red flags that she has, but they're already jumping at this opportunity to get with her. And I think that's why a lot of relationships fail. Most guys don't have an abundance in their dating life. You go meet somebody in college, in high school, that's who you marry, that's who you stay with, and then you get divorced, like I did, if that's your situation. And then you're starting completely over. You don't have your social circle. If you're not good at online dating, you're not getting a lot of matches. You do get one match, finally goes well. That's who you're gonna try to stay with. And now you're in a relationship that you don't really want, probably doomed to fail. It's kind of the vibe I got from these guys. If they did get with her, they would say all these things, they'd want to be with her, they're infatuated with her, but as soon as they get comfortable, as soon as they're getting that consistent sex, they're gonna be like, yeah, it's just not, you're just not the kind of person that I want. You see it a lot. So, I mean, that's really where abundance comes in. If you guys, it's very hard to find somebody that's gonna fit your life. I've been single now for 8 years. Maybe I just have really high standards, but I've not met a lot of girls that I would actually want to see consistently. I've been on quite a few dates already in Brisbane, doing the cold approach, going up and talking to girls on the street, trying to get my social confidence up. And, you know, they've great interactions, but then you get on a date and you can kind of tell that there's just a difference of vibe. There's just a different past. Some of that chemistry is just missing. So it's very difficult to find these kind of people. You have to go out and talk to a lot of people, which is where the abundance comes from. And when I'm on this date with this girl, I'm sitting next to two cute girls. I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm with somebody that I've never even met. She's coming straight to the house. Typically, from my experience, girls that come straight to the house, usually not that cute, not that attractive, not a girl that I would want to date, want to see consistently. So I'm like, what am I doing? Yeah, it's just that maybe it's because I just realized, yeah, I guess I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm tired of refilming this video, so I'm just gonna keep shooting it. I've done this like 10 times, trying to be perfect, trying to figure out what the whole point of this video was. It was just a very interesting Tinder date where it's like, okay, I get her into the house, kind of make out, but there's no chemistry. She even said, she said it. She's like, yeah, your kissing is intense. I just don't know if I feel a vibe. And I was thinking that too, because I didn't feel the vibe. I didn't want to know about her past. She just wasn't as attractive as I would want. She's not in good shape. As me in my head thinking like, why am I doing this? This is not why I'm doing cold approaches. They're not the kind of women I want in my life. But it's because I have abundance that I know I'll go out and do 10 approaches. I'm gonna meet somebody that is gonna be a fit for my life. And if I don't, at least I'm growing as a man. I'm still doing the things that are gonna build me up. They're gonna help me get the dating life I want. It's gonna allow me to not just settle for somebody that is not a right fit for me. If I was not doing this, if I had not been getting dates over the years, if I finally just got one single match, I would be much more likely to just put up with it, because what would be my options? I'd rather have sex than not have sex, obviously, but I can see where a lot of guys get into this trap. You get into a relationship that you don't want because it's just like, okay, finally someone's come along. They're gonna see how great I am. And just the fact that these guys didn't know anything about her. They don't know, like, I don't wanna, I'm not judging, I don't really care. It's just, to me, it's not attractive and I would not wanna date that girl. And these guys are already saying like, hey, I will settle for you. I'll fly all the way here. And they don't know anything about it. So I guess really the whole point of this video was just for me to go over the Tinder date, how I realized there was no vibe there. Because I was in my head, like, I knew this was not a girl that I wanted to see. I felt like I'd betrayed the girls that I had talked to on the street earlier in the day, I talked to a gorgeous Swedish girl. Very cute, very slim, just my type, works out, does healthy things. And I'm building a connection with her, got her number, talking about going out for a drink. And it's like, okay, yeah, this is why I go out and do cold approach. This is why I go out and try to build myself up to get these kinds of women. And now I'm on a date with a girl that just came over to the house, doesn't work out, smokes weed all the time, talks about all the losers she's ever fucked. It just was not a turn off. It really lowered my confidence. I'm very grateful that we didn't do anything because I would have felt guilty about it. I would have not wanted to see her again. It would have been one of those, yep, that's it. Don't contact me. During the date, she would talk about things like, what do you like to do? And you almost like that, how long are you here for? Almost felt like trying to see if we would be like a match to date. And while that's happening, I'm like, I would never want to see you again. So probably should have walked away from that date. Still got that nice guy tendency where I don't want to, I guess, just be mean. I don't know if it's even mean, but like had that before where you go out on a date. Happened in Bali, went on a date. Within 30 seconds, I just knew there was just no chemistry. It was just not going to work out. But I stuck with it, stayed in there. Last night, I'm trying to convince myself, like, all right, yeah, she's not really your type. Not as attractive as you want. You're sitting next to two cute girls. You don't want them to see you with this girl. But it's a random Tuesday. It would be good to have sex. Maybe you just go through with it. Just all these thoughts when in reality, I should have just left. I didn't want to, it would have lowered my confidence, but not have made me feel good about myself. I already know that I know how to lead dates. Like I don't need the practice for that. So I guess, don't really even know where I'm going with this anymore. I'm just walking and talking. Hopefully this kind of just emphasizes into you the importance of abundance though. Like if you're not going out and getting dates, it's going to be very easy to settle with a girl that you don't want. If you look back at your previous relationships that didn't work out, were you choosing from a place of abundance or were you choosing from a place of scarcity? When I got married, it was very much, I didn't have a lot of girls in my life. I didn't know when the next one would come around. So I settled for that. After that divorce, I started working on myself. I started being okay with being alone. I knew what I didn't want. And so now I'm coming from more of a place of strength. But I've met plenty of guys that are the nice guy. They're just not getting the dates that they want, whether it's online or wherever. And so they get into these relationships that are not helpful. They're not happy being in it, but they don't want to walk away. And they feel trapped. What's up, brother? They feel trapped. And I feel like this is exactly what would have happened to this guy who's going to come from Sydney to Brisbane. He's going to be very happy that he's got this girl in his life. She wants to have sex with him. She wants to do all this stuff. He doesn't know anything about her past. He doesn't know anything about her as a person. And he's going to do all this stuff. He's going to worship the ground she walks on. He's going to start dating her. They're going to move in together. And then he's going to feel trapped and he's going to feel miserable. I don't want that to happen, you guys. I'm just going to post this video. Trying to get back into the groove of things. I hope this was helpful. I really don't know what else I'm talking about. The challenge is going very good today. I did have a date this morning with a girl that I met on Christmas Eve. Finally got her out on a date. Another thing about abundance is she came, we had coffee. It was fun and flirty and whatever, but I don't see this ever being a long-term thing. Part of the thing of abundance, like you just meet girls and you don't have to settle because you just know more will come along. Otherwise, if it didn't, maybe I would be more apt to just keep pushing. But that went well. Had a good instant date with a girl from Ukraine, 25, very cute, just visiting Brisbane. She went off to the Dopamine Museum, so we'll see if we see her tonight. If not, no big deal. Still grinding, still putting in the work, doing the 10 approaches a day. I'm going to change my dating life. I'm going to get the girls that I want. It's not going to be a girl that just comes straight to the house from Tinder. I'm not doing that again. If that's something that you want to do, it's a good experience. You'll get some some knowledge out of it. You'll have a cool story. I don't know. It's like, maybe try it. But for me, gonna keep grinding, keep doing these 10 approaches. I'm at 7 now. I need 3 more, and then I'm gonna end the day. I'm gonna post this YouTube video. Go to write the journal. I haven't eaten yet, so that's good. Gonna go eat some food. Yeah, that's all I got. Hope you guys are doing great. Let me know if you need anything. If you want to get better at online dating, it is possible. It is a great experience. You can get dates. You don't want to be one of those guys that gets one date every 6 months from dating apps, and now you're just being needy and you're doing whatever you can to keep this girl around. Get some abundance. Choose from a place where you're choosing the right person. You're not just settling. So I will leave it there. Enjoy your day. Peace.